All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, January 12th of 2019, and just got back from our nation's capital. I spent pretty much all week last week there on business, and then I flew in last night. Overnight, we got some snow, so I'm out here at the lease today. Got some maintenance to do. I'm gonna pull this feeder so that we can take it down to the new lease that we have. Got to take some camo netting down off of some of the ladder stands, do some card pulls off the trail cams, and then we're going to get over here on this tower and take the blind off the tower over in a food plot. So we got a lot of maintenance off-season stuff to do and get done today, but we've got a lot of intel on several mature bucks that have already shed one side or the other, and we're going to get on some of these heavily beaten paths. I'm going to check this bedding area, or a couple bedding areas, and then also it's still furberry season here in Kentucky, so I got the 22 with me, and hopefully we can get on some squirrels today too. So all in all, I think it's going to be a great episode. I hope you stay tuned. All right, everybody, so this is why you get out and scout late season. So I mean, during season, I don't want to get down in all these bedding areas and mess it up, but I want you to look at all the trees. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many trees tore up. And of course, here's a bed, definitely a buck bed, and pretty much every tree in here is just thrashed. Look at that. Little trees, big trees, mostly cedars. You got some older rubs there. So it's just, you find these little pockets of where they're staying. Tore up. So obviously, we got us a buck living about 130 yards bedding from that. And if you remember, I'll show you when I get out there a little better, but that's the entrance road that we used on I believe it's a south wind, so that we don't bump anything out over there. But Matt kept bumping deer out in here, and now we know why. They are down in here heavily bedding and using this area. So now we got to make a new game plan for next year if we're going to come back and keep that pond bottom stand, which early season played out to be really good for us. So we'll definitely keep that stand there. I mean, man, just the... Hold on, let me get out here and show you. So here we go. This is that south side entrance that we come into to get into that pond bottom. But at least 3 different mornings that I dropped Matt off up here to come in on this entrance road, he was blowing deer out right here, like I just showed you. I mean, it's a massive little buck den in there. So we're gonna have to figure out a new entrance to get down to that pond bottom next year, or a way to get set up right outside, figure out which way these bucks are coming in and out of this little area. So again, late season scouting, really figuring things out. It just helps you be a more proficient hunter in the next year. All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, January 15th, and about 3 o'clock. So I was sitting at work today, just happened to jump on social media, and I'm seeing all of these drops and sheds that people are finding already this year. So check my trail cam, and I've got a really big mature buck that's already lost his right side, and what I think is 2 other mature bucks that have lost both their sides, so they fully dropped. So I'm just out here on the lease, checking some buck bedding areas, field edges, checking some transition points, fence rows, see if we can't come across some of these sheds before the squirrels do. And speaking of squirrels, excuse me, it is still furberry season here in Kentucky. So I got the trusty old 22, and if we happen to run across any of those little critters, we're going to fill a Ziploc baggie tonight with them too. So hope you stay tuned. It should be a good time. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is now Sunday, January 20th of 2019. And as you can see, we finally got some snow here in Kentucky. It's about 18 degrees. So it feels more like hunting season right now than it has all season. But last couple of days of furberry season, got the old 22 out. Hopefully we can get on some squirrels, maybe a couple rabbits today. Ultimately, just wanting to get out and just do some scouting. Love getting out this time of year. You can see the heavier used trails, where the deer are coming from, where they're going. As soon as I popped this hill, I don't know, at least 15, maybe 20 deer took off through this bottom and crossed the fence row down there. So I'm going to get in here and do some scouting, hopefully a little squirrel hunting. So I hope you stay tuned, hang in there with us. It should be a great episode. As you can see, just multiple trails all converging right down along the edge of this hardwood timber here. Oh, I'm just gonna pick a trail and get on it and see what we see. Well, you don't get any fresher beds than that. Where all those does took off out of. Just get down in these areas and just look around. I mean, it's fresh. Good chance that a buck, I mean, you can just see there's tracks everywhere. So a buck definitely could have been in here, urine, and popped off an antler. So it's like getting in these little bedding areas. Check them really well. Anywhere they're jumping. And there's a herd of them sleeping in here. Other than there, a fawn there. Heavy trails, and they all took off back that way. Got a bunch of deer down here in this bottom, about 100 yards away from me. Wind's blowing right in my face, so I have no idea. I'm here. I've been watching for about 25 minutes. Seen one little spike bug. There's another buck with him. I just can't get a good picture of him. I love seeing them though. Stay tuned. There's over 50 deer all around me right now. I am covered up. Well, as you can see, I climbed up into the tree stand here, and for no other reason, just to do a closing interview and to take a break, not have to sit down in the snow somewhere. So all in all, I think we covered about 7 miles total round trip. We have seen in excess of every bit of 50 plus deer. I'd say pushing 70 deer, 4 different pockets in different areas of the farm. Several big bucks. Saw a real nice 12 point, but by the time I fumbled around and got the camera up and running, he was already going over the hill, and I couldn't do too much about it because I was just covered up in deer, as you just seen. So I think I got some good footage of at least a nice 8 point. But all in all, seeing, like I said, in excess of 50 deer, probably as many turkeys, but have not seen a single squirrel, no rabbits, and nothing that's still in season here in Kentucky presented an opportunity today. So all in all, had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us. Hope you continue to tune in. Official shed hunting season should be popping off here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, so that should be interesting. And then we'll be moving into our preseason 2019 series, and that should be real exciting this year, considering we have that new 1,500 acre lease that we just picked up at the end of 18. So a lot of stuff coming up. I hope you continue to tune in, and as always, wake up and hunt. All that. Not a single squirrel or rabbit. So, about to mount up on this four-wheeler and get back to the truck. So.